Hello, lovelies. It's G here. Yes, the screen is meant to be covered up right now. I am very sick. I'm not feeling very well, but I felt a message really heavily on my heart. And so I'm just going to pull a message from you guys, for you guys, sorry. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance as always. I'm sorry if my throat sounds a little grovelly. Also, no, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go ahead and upload this like as soon as I record it. I was about to say, by the time you see this message, I could already be well again. But thank you to anybody who sends well wishes or anything like that. I appreciate you guys so much. So right out the gate, we have the Judgment card coming out, and on the back of the deck we have the Three of Wands. So I was getting this download that if you are feeling, as always, be aware that this message is not going to be for everyone who finds it. If you are feeling very sensitive, whether that be like emotionally, whether that be physically, whether that be like empathetically, and that's what I'm getting. Like, I feel like your empathic abilities are ramping up to the next level. And I feel like that is happening because you are transitioning over into a new state of being in a new timeline in the new world. We've been talking about this transitional state that you have been in for a while now, where you are aligning yourselves, your gift, your body, your spirituality, your understanding is aligning to bring yourself into wholeness so that you will be ready to step in and transition into the new world. And for some of you, you might be feeling very overwhelmed in the state that you're in right now. You might be feeling very, like I said, you might be feeling like very sensitive. You might be asking yourself like, wow, why do I feel so emotionally sensitive right now? Why is so much, I don't necessarily want to say drama, but you could have a lot of emotions from the past popping up right now. And you might be thinking like, wow, I've been doing a lot of shadow work, but I'm still feeling very extra emotionally sensitive to those things right now. Be aware that is why, that in the new world, your new cycle that you are transitioning into will not be as energetically heavy. It will not, you will not have so many ties to as much trauma, to as much drama, to as much gossip. The people and places that you will be finding yourself in will not be as dense. It will not be as heavy. And spirit is showing you through your body, through your emotions, that this old world is too heavy for you, right? And you are going to be put in a position, like they're showing me the Tower card and then the Star card. You are going to be put in a position where you are like, I am not comfortable in this old world anymore. I have to transition over. I'm not sure why you were holding on so much. Maybe for some of you, it was a fear. It could be fears. It could be devil energy was holding you back. It could have been a fear of being seen, a fear of being acknowledged, a fear of standing out, a fear of stepping into your authenticity. It could have been the fact that, you were holding on, trying to see if some people from your past were going to mature, were going to finally, oh, well, this person keeps telling me they're going to do better. They keep telling me that our relationship is going to get better, that they're going to stop lying, or they're going to stop drinking, or they're going to stop cheating, or whatever. You could have been going back, circling back around, being like, this person seems to be improving. I bet that they can come into the new world with me. I bet I can bring them with me. Or you might have been going back, preaching and giving, for some of you, I'm getting a download that for some of you, sorry, I'm repeating myself. Ooh, I'm trying to make it, you guys. Ooh, excuse me. that for some of you, this is a big download. For some of you, you were originally going to be one of the few. So I've gotten the download that in the transition to the new world, there are people who will be on both sides of the transition of the bridge over, right? There will be some that are in this old world, and there will be some that are in the new world. There will be some in the old world who are waving people along, transitioning people, walking around, triggering people to go into, to healing their karmic cycles and to doing that. And then there will be some who will be on the other side that will be more like a lighthouse on the other side. Those who will be elevating, those who will be in the new world singing out that siren song of like, come to the new world. Look at how magnificent it is over here. Use my voice, use my likeness. Look how I healed myself. Now heal yourself. Come over here. Look how amazing it is over here in the new world, right? And that I feel like for some of you, you actually had a split mission. So for some of you, for a portion of your journey, you were to stay in the old world and burn through karma that you had collected in your past lives, or that you had collected in this life, that you were meant to spend a portion of your life walking through a lot of karma, walking through a lot of hardships, walking through a lot of transitional moments, a lot of learning opportunities, a lot of shadow work. This could have been you dealing with a rather heavy psychological, like it could have been you battling depression. It could have been you battling a long-term illness. It could have been you battling like really toxic friend groups or toxic relationships, or perhaps even like a toxic family group. And this was meant to teach you a lot of lessons and wrap up a lot of karma. But now you are being asked to transition over into being that lighthouse energy. You are being asked to say, okay, like you've done everything that you can. You've triggered everybody that you can in the old world, right? Now with this judgment energy, think about like the traditional judgment card where it has the angels sounding the trumpet, right? Sounding the trumpet with the kind of cross card that always makes me think about like the healing card, like healing, because it always reminds me of those I don't even know if it was commercials or what it was, where it was like, it kind of looks like the Swiss flag, but it's not though. The Swiss flag is actually the opposite colors. The cross is white and the background is red. But it just reminds me of those, how it used to be like that trope to have like the dog. You guys remember like that Swiss like Beethoven dog that had the little barrel where he would go and like carry medicine? I don't know why. Any of this could be triggering or could mean something to you. Was it a Saint Bernard? Is that it? Is that what kind of dog it is? Oh, excuse me. But in the judgment card, it is this angel blowing the trumpet to awaken these people from their slumbers, to awaken them from the 3D, to awaken them from their ego deaths. And that is what you are supposed to do now. A lot of you were walking around triggering a lot of people's ego deaths. A lot of you were walking around wrapping up karma in your own life and old karmic soul groups that you had. And then now you are being asked to let go of that. And you could have spent a lot of years kind of in that mode, kind of in that like, okay, I've spent years of my life doing this, and now suddenly I'm being asked to just transition over and show up for myself now. To show up in a way where this transition, you going over this bridge, is going to be you centering yourself instead of on a spirit level. And it's 233 down on the real-time clock right now. I felt guided to say that. You are being asked to let go. And today, the day that I'm filming this, It's 2024. So it's this kind of energy of half of your life, 12, half of your life in the old world, 12, half of your life in the new world, to equal something different, to equal something new with the 24 energy, right? And so I definitely see you standing at the edge here with this Three of Wands. Think about how in the Three of Wands card, there's this person standing here on one shoreline looking out across the river to the new shoreline. And that's where you are now. You are in the old world, out here looking across to the new world, out here transitioning over. And that is kind of where you have been paused, and you have the spiritual calling to go over, to transition into the new world. You are getting too sensitive for the old world, and that is not a bad thing. And you might be having some people in your life telling you that, like you're being too sensitive. You're dragging up old stuff. You won't let it go. You can't get over it. I do believe it is because you are going to need to transition into this new world to be out of it. And it's reminding me of the old saying, you can't heal in the same place that hurts you. And that's what it's kind of giving me. It's giving me this. And really what that means is, like, it's really hard to heal. It's really hard to heal specifically in a place that's still hurting you the same way that it, like, you'll always have a new wound to heal. So while you're trying to heal from the past, you still have wounds being given to you in the present day. So say that you had a parent or that you had a friend group or something that has wounded you in the past. Well, you probably still have echoes of that wounding happening, or you might even still have that person or those people behaving the same way now. How are you supposed to ever heal from that if you're still receiving damage from that? You'll always be caught up in the cycle of trying to have grace, trying to have forgiveness. And it's always, well, I'm trying to forgive them for what happened in the past, but now I've got these new wounds from that thing that they said the other day, or from that way they acted the other day, and I'm trying so hard to forgive them for the past or move on from the past. But now, and okay, I finally moved on from what happened in the past. Now I have to heal from what happened the other day. And now that I'm trying to heal from what happened the other day or what happened last week, they're hurting me today. They're saying something smart mouth to me today. They're asking me to repress myself today. Their energy is not changing. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. Their energy is not changing. It's staying the same, or it might be changing. But the thing about it is that for a lot of you, their energy is not going to significantly change until your energy leaves their lives. And your absence is going to trigger big tower moments for these people. Your absence from their life is going to be the triggering moment where things really, like you really laying down those boundaries, or you transitioning out of their life, or you just spending less time around them, or you not, it's this kind of energy of like, okay. And I think that for a lot of you, it will just gradually, naturally happen. Like, you are gradually separating away. You're gradually finding yourself thinking about these people less, wanting to be around them less. If this is a job, you could be really feeling like, like you're starting to get into that mode where you're like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up. It feels like such a drain to go to this place because I'll have to deal with that person, or I'll have to see that person, or I'll have to just deal with the drama of the job. Spirit is telling you that it's time to receive your own justice, because we have the Justice card here underneath the Three of Wands. I almost said the Three of Swords. So underneath all of this pain that you are enduring, and I'm not sure why you feel like it is your job to endure this pain. The Temperance card came out here in the block position, so like in the sideways position. So I definitely feel like for some of you, it is triggering some kind of anxiety, because we have the Nine of Swords here on the back of the deck. It is triggering some kind of deep anxiety within you to think about. For some reason, thinking about having harmony or cleansing, like, it's something, it's like, it's not necessarily you having an adverse reaction to you cleansing or bringing harmony. It's like the sacrifice. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's what you feel like you'll have to give up. It's like a fear of change, exactly. It's the Four of Pentacles. It's you holding on way too tight. It's a challenge here for you to let go of these Four of Pentacles. For you to, it's kind of almost like, it could be like a lack mentality. Like, oh, I won't have new friends. I won't get a new job. It's concentrating on what you're having to give up rather than what you'll be gaining. But Spirit wants you to have, Queen of Wands coming out here, Spirit wants you to have bravery. They want you to stand up and stand in your gifts, stand in your power. Because this sensitivity to this energy is not going to go away. It's just going to intensify. I'm switching over now to the Witch's Wisdom deck. And we have Witch Healer coming out. And Witch's Cottage Security coming out here over the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like it is this feeling of like, I don't want to leave what I know. Like, it might be hurting me. It might be betraying me. It might be backstabbing me. You know, it might be continuing to damage me or give me warm wounds, or it could be keeping me in drama, but it's what I know. And for some of you, could just be like, I don't understand, like, why I want to hold on to those things. Just because it's all you know. And there is this stickiness, I feel. And this Witch Healer coming out here over this Temperance card. There is a transmutational energy coming out here. High Priest, High Priestess, responsibility coming out in reverse. It's like big. It's a big energy. So I had Ritual Invocation come out here over the Four of Pentacles. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely giving me some kind of ritual bonding. Only take this if it resonates for you, if you've gotten the hint or if you've heard this before, or if you've already, like, your intuition has already been kind of telling you this, that could be some kind of black magic or some kind of bonding, or if somebody could have done some kind of bound. Yo, I'm hardly even being able to say this word. So this person doesn't want you to know that they did this. They could have done some kind of binding ritual on the two of you, trying to keep your timelines bound together. Because I see a person wrapping like they've written like these runes on a black scarf or like on a black ribbon. And I see them like binding these two ropes of light together. They're like wrapping that together. And it's like, I see them like wrapping it and like saying, repeating over again, where you go is where I go. Where you go is where I go. Like, where you are is where I am. Oh my God, it's making me feel sick to my stomach. Yeah. For some of you here, and I'm not sure if this is something that somebody did in this lifetime or they could have done it in a past lifetime. Yeah, I see somebody. Now they're showing me somebody like doing that binding and like wrapping like a picture of you and them together and like putting it in a box and burying it somewhere. That's really creepy. And for some of you, if you are really having a hard time letting go, this is why. It's because either in a past life or in this life, somebody has done some kind of binding ritual to keep you bound in a past timeline, this old timeline with them. Because you're like, I don't understand. Like it's kind of like this feeling. If you have been feeling that way, if it's like, I don't understand why I can't let go. I feel like I've let go. I feel, like I see you standing there and I see you like holding on and then like letting it go and then like letting go and having open hands, just standing there and you like trying to walk forward, but you just walking in place and not being able to walk forward. And you're just like, what the heck? Like, why can't I let go? Why can't I move on? Why can't I walk away from this person? Why can't I just let go of this old timeline? Why do I feel bound to this place? If you have been feeling bound, for some of you, something like that happened. Others of you, it's just like a psychological energy here of, again, I'm going back to this witch's cottage. Like, it's just this energy of like, what is that? What is that psychological term for when people, like, you could get kidnapped or you could get like you're being hurt by somebody, but you develop feelings, like your survival instincts makes you develop feelings for the person that's hurting you, so that like you might even feel like you have love for this person or you're in love with this person, because for so long your survival depended on whether or not they were having a good day or whether or not they felt good about themselves around you. And so you've wrapped your energy around theirs so tightly for so long that you feel like you have to stay bound to them, like you can't walk away from them, because you literally feel like your survival, like whether or not you'll make it another day, is tied up in whether or not this person approves of you or whether or not they're happy of you. And that's going to touch more on if some of you like grew up in a very abusive home, or if you grew up around something like that where it was like, or it could even be like a long-term work situation where like you knew it was toxic, but like, and you knew like you had a very toxic boss or a very toxic manager or something like that, but you're like, I cannot lose my job. And even though this person is working me to death, or even though they are, putting me in unfair working environments, like I have to keep them happy. Otherwise, like I will lose this job, and I am living paycheck to paycheck. I cannot go a single paycheck. Otherwise, my lights are getting turned off. Like all my bills are doubled up. And, it's like right now it's like mid-December. So for some of you, you could be thinking like it's Christmas time. Like whether or not me and my kids will have lights on, whether or not we'll have heat for the winter, whether or not they'll have the few presents that they might have underneath their Christmas tree, is whether or not I can endure this person treating me like crap. And so even though I know I'm not secure, even though I know I'm not happy, like I'm having to endure this for right now. So that energy is making me feel sick to my stomach. Whew. And it was 24:24 right down on the timer when I was saying that. So there definitely could have been some kind of karmic binding that happened here. whether or not it be this person actually casting a spell or doing magic, or whether or not it was just karmically the two of you were bound together for a long time because you owed this person some kind of karmic debt, or because something like that. And that might have been why you felt like, I have to stay. I don't have a choice but to stay. I feel like a big transitional moment is going to, where psychologically something is going to break free within you. I feel like it is going to be this huge realization within you, and they're showing me the Tower card again in my mind's eye, where you were like, oh, like, and it is whether or not, I think it's like, oh, this karmic cycle is done. I don't have to stay here anymore. I don't have to endure this anymore. You know, like, I'm not trapped here. I feel like this overwhelming feeling of, I do not have to be here. Like, I am not attached to this person. Like, this person doesn't own me. Like, I don't owe this person shit. Right? And I feel like you got so used to being bound to this person because you were in a karmic cycle. Excuse me. You were in a karmic cycle with this person for so long. And I felt like, yes. And I just hafted on ancestors' remembrance. So definitely, for some of you, definitely some kind of past life karma sort of type deal between you and this person. I wonder if what's up with this past life karma between them and this person. Watchtower of the East Spring. And I have Lord God Masculine on the back of the deck. I'm not even gonna lie. There could have been a thing in a past life where, especially if there was something here about this person between you and a masculine, or you and masculine energy, you could have caused this person some kind of wounding in their masculine energy in a past life. And I feel like this person could have came back around and triggered like a wounding in your masculine energy in this lifetime. Well, that's so weird. I just heard somebody say, I am your God. That is fucking weird. That is fucking weird. So it's some kind of weird dominance within this person. This person feels like they own you. Like, on a spiritual level, they feel like they own you. They feel like they have the right to do whatever they want to you. So if they want to hurt you, if they want to whatever. This person's energy is dark as fuck, you guys. Yeah, dealing with this person's energy feels like you're swimming in this like dark sea of just like endless dark murky water. And no matter how much you tread, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you swim in one direction or you swim in another direction, there's no relief. There's no shore. There's no help in sight. Yeah. So they're showing me this vision of you being like in a cup or like in this little vase, or it's something where you're trapped in this little like cup that is full. It's like a glass cup or like a glass orb, and it's full of this water, and you're just swimming around and help, and you're just swimming around and asking for help, and constantly swimming around. And I see this person. It's almost like comparatively, they're big, like way huge. I'm not explaining this well. Anyway, it's like you're trapped in this little glass orb, and they're like a regular sized person holding it, just watching you suffer, watching you swim around, watching you. Oh, it's so dark. It's so dark. It's like, I just want to see you suffer. Like, I just want to see you. And there is something here within this person that feels like they are entitled to watch you endlessly suffer, to watch you endlessly have to just work and work and work and work and work to get nothing. This person is like, you deserve nothing. You should have nothing. Right? Like, I want to see you just run and 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 diet and diet and diet and never lose a pound. If anything, maybe you gain weight. You know, anything that you do, this person wants to see the opposite plus more happen. So no matter how much you work on yourself, no matter how much work you pour into something, no matter how much effort you put into something, no matter how much goodness and positivity and happiness, they just want to see it rot. And it's like this energy of like, yeah, just pour all your energy into it for it to just fall into this black hole of nothingness and mean nothing. But energy doesn't go, you know, like energy goes somewhere. It doesn't just disappear. I'm not even going to lie. This person's energy is kind of giving me kind of like, and I'm not trying to scare anybody when I say this, but it's giving me like what people would pick up as like demonic energy. But just because this person really feeds off of misery. And it's not a sense of like it's not like a sense of like, oh, misery loves company. Like this person is miserable and they want you to be miserable too. It's not like that. It's like this person feels good. Like it gives them like a boost of energy to see other people suffer. Because me personally, I don't necessarily believe in what traditional like Christians or what traditional people would say, would like label things as like demons. But I do believe in dark entities and dark energies out there. Just like there are angels, just like there are what we call angels. To me, they're just like higher dimensional beings, like high, which is, a word is a word is a word, call them whatever you want to. Call them higher dimensional beings, call them aliens, call them angels, whatever, And so I like, just like there are things that work for the light, there are things that work in darkness as well. And so I might necessarily not think of like the traditional Christian views of like what a demon is, or like religious views of what a demon is. That's whatever that thing working in darkness that this person is. I don't know if obviously this person, you know what it just showed me? Do you guys remember the movie Fern Gully? Do you remember the like smoke nasty sludge monster? What is it? Hexus? That's what they just showed me. And so I wouldn't necessarily call that thing like a living like creature. It's more like an energy that represents like, right? And in that in Fern Gully, right? Like he fed off of toxicity. He fed off of like them going around cutting down the trees and smog and smoke and all of that stuff. It's like feeding off of pollution, feeding off of toxicity, feeding off of arguments and gossip and that type of stuff. And honestly, what it's giving me is that, like, because you had so much karma and so much stuff to work off, it was like it was this entity or was this thing's job to come and bring that kind of darkness, to bring that karma into your life. But now it's like, okay, well, now it's time for this person to transition over. Now it's time for you to let go and you to go away and allow this person to transition over into the light. And it's kind of giving me this kind of energy, like almost like this thing doesn't want to let go, or like it's having too much fun, or like it's having weird. Yeah. Watchtower of the North, winter. Yeah. This thing is really enjoying feeding off of this kind of wintry energy here, off of keeping you in this like eternal winter, where like this spring, right? We talked about that spring energy, the watchtower of the east, the spring energy. It's like this energy of never allowing this winter to the frost and the cold to finally like melt away and allow this spring energy. And that's what this transitional energy is right here for you, is you letting go of this past karmic energy. And so it is almost like this kind of challenge for you to overcome this karmic energy that this thing is kind of putting out on you. It is for you to kind of see it for what it is and to be like, devil, hell no, get out of my life. I'm not fucking with you anymore. I'm not listening to you tell me, oh, just don't do it. Oh, just be lazy. Oh, just don't put down those boundaries. Just don't. Yeah, because it's showing me the Lover's card, and it's showing me in the Lover's card how the feminine energy in the Lover's card has that snake in the tree that's like whispering in their ear. And that's the kind of energy that it's giving me. Ooh, and there's Lady Goddess Feminine on the back of the deck. Yeah. There's like this challenge. Look, and I cut, well, you can't look, but I cut it, and I cut it right on spring. Oh, wow. Yeah, so there is kind of this energy of like, let go. Let go of this past energy. Let go of feeling like, because there is almost this energy of you feeling like, I deserve this. I deserve to be punished. I deserve to be in the karma. I deserve to be in this black sludge. And as long as this thing can convince you that you deserve it, they still have a pathway, a doorway, a portal into your life. And when you have this moment of, I'm done. I'm not trapped here. I don't have to be here anymore. Like, I can let go. You have no power over me. I don't have to stay here in this bullshit anymore. I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to deal with this. As soon as you let go of that, there is this moment that's going to happen where you are going to transition over very quickly. And you are just going to step over into this new life. You're going to step over into this new timeline. You are going to jump the bridge and jump this portal out of this karmic cycle of the past. Yeah. And Scrying Mirror's shadow came up here. And so whatever kind of portal or whatever kind of entry point this thing has into your life, because I really feel like whatever it is, this energy, and you might feel this way. You might feel this way like you might have certain relationships with people that might be going well, and then suddenly they'll start acting very funny. Suddenly they'll start being very mean or very accusatory, or they'll start gossiping, or they'll start gossiping about you, or they'll just suddenly start to be very mean to you or be very judgmental of you. You might have felt like you were drawn to a lot of people, a lot of lovers in the past that felt like you were dating the same person just in a different body over and over again. And I feel like this was kind of this karmic energy jumping around into different people, jumping around, holding this mirror up to you, saying like, you have to heal this. You're going to get triggered by this pain. You're going to get triggered by this judgment. You're going to get triggered by this betrayal until you face it, until you look at it, until you heal from it, and you realize that you do not have to stay stuck in this karmic energy anymore. You do not have to stay stuck in this low vibrational energy anymore. You can transition over. You can leave all of this behind and you can let this go. Death, yeah. You can let this go and you can fully transition over into the new world. And it, oh my goodness. We have prosperity coming out here in reverse. Yeah. I think that this energy drained a lot of prosperity, a lot of happiness. You might have had businesses fail. You might have had projects fall apart. You might have had opportunities where you felt like people were coming into your life and you're like, oh, this is it. This is going to be my big break. You could have felt like you had soulmate energies into your life and you were like, this is it. You know, I feel myself transitioning over, and then they would suddenly ghost you, or it would just feel like, no, I can't talk to them, or there would feel like a block there. I feel like that's this energy causing blocks, causing issues in your life. And the main energy that I want you to understand is that this is an energy that you have to overcome within yourself. This is not about you pointing fingers out enemies outside of yourself. This is not even about this energy. This is about you. This is about you realizing that you don't have to stay in this punishment. We have staff stability coming out. Yeah. This was kind of like the mountain that you had to overcome. Like the challenge of this lifetime was you overcoming this kind of karmic energy here of being held back, of holding yourself back, of facing these energies of unworthiness inside of you because of past betrayals and trauma that you have been through, that you have had to deal with. We have Yule coming out here, Yule rebirth. Absolutely. I do feel like some kind of transitional energy, if you allow it, during this wintertime, or like at least where I am, where I live, we are going into wintertime now. Like I said, we're halfway, a little less than halfway through December. And here we normally, in December, January, February, we go into wintertime. And so I feel like there's going to be this huge transitional moment towards the end of this year and in the beginning of 2025 for you. I feel like this winter energy here, like, is going to come to an end. And there is going to be an opportunity for a rebirth. There is going to be an opportunity here to walk away and leave this past cycle behind you for good. And you might have gotten this offer before and you denied it, or you, like, again, it's that circle back around energy, like, well, maybe, you know, it was like, if this is being represented within like a relationship, maybe you and this person had a huge argument and you were like, that's it, we're breaking up. Maybe you and this, like, maybe even you moved out or they moved out or something, but then they were able to come back and say, baby, 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 please, I love you so much, yada, yada, yada. Or, you know, like this person, or maybe even this job was able to call you back and offer you another place. They were like, please, you know, we just need you. We'll give you a raise, you know, we'll do this, we'll do that for you. And you were like, okay, well, I guess I'll circle back around. I guess I'll give you another chance. And in however long it's been, I'm getting that for most of you, it's been like a year or two maybe. It has been revealed that this hasn't changed. This job is still on the bullshit. You know, at first it might have been kissing your ass. It might have been, oh, here's this. Oh, don't worry. Like, as soon as we get through this quarter, your raise is coming. Don't worry. As soon as you get through this, there's just so much work that got built up when you left. Like, you just have to push through it. You just have to push through it. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. And then that quarter came. And then the next quarter came. And your raise never came. Or if your raise finally did come, it was, excuse me, it was only a portion of what they promised. Maybe they promised they were going to give you a $2 or $3 raise. And they were like, well, we're only going to be able to give you. I was like, yes, we are going to give you a $2 or $3 raise, but it's going to come in sections. Like, you're going to get, $1 here. You're going to get $1 this quarter, 25 cents, $1.25 this next quarter. And over the next 3 or 4 years, it's going to build up to you having a $2 or $3 raise. Like, what? That's not what you said. You said I was coming back on a $2 or $3 raise. Like, what sense does that make? Because inflation is going to go up so much in those 2 or 3 years that I won't even see that money. If you don't get less than a $2 or $3, if you don't get less than like $1 or $2 raise, you don't see that on your paycheck, And so you don't really see it. When they give you a 25 cent, a 50 cent, a 75 cent raise, you don't really see that on your paycheck, And so it's kind of something like that where you're like, really? Like, really? Like, y'all are still on your same bullshit. Or, like I said, if it was this person, please, baby, please, 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 I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. Okay. So they moved back in, and guess what? They were on their P's and Q's, and they were loving them. They were buying you stuff, and they were taking you out on dates, and they were all about you, rubbing your back and laying it down on you, and showering you with affection and attention. And then after a few months, it got a little less. And then after another month or so, it got a little bit less, to where now they're acting pretty much exactly as they did before in the past, Or maybe, if this is a friend group, or if this is like a family member, maybe you set down boundaries and laws to them, like, no, you can't do this, you can't say this. Well, they got a little bit better for a little bit, but now you see them pushing your boundaries again. Now you see them saying shady things to you again. Now you see them kind of pushing the line a little bit, like, okay, like, maybe I can push it a little bit, and I'll push them a little bit more, and I'll push them a little bit more, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, until suddenly you're looking around and you're like, damn, we're exactly where we were before. Like, things are a little bit better. So if I call them out or if I say something, they're going to say, oh, I'm not any better than I was. It's like, yeah, you are. But you were way better before, when we very first got back together. You were like we were when we very first got in a relationship, But over time, you've gone back. You've gotten lazy again. You're not taking me out. You're not telling me I'm beautiful. You're not spending time with me. You're on your phone all the time. You're coming back later and later and later. You're spending more time away. You're not answering your text messages for hours later. Like, you're acting like you used to in the past. And it's not as bad as it was in the past, but it's still not what you promised. And so, I think you needed to, apparently you just needed to go on the cycle one more time to see that, oh, okay, even if I lay down the boundaries, even if I break up with this person and I'm like, I'm serious, I'm out of here, and they swear up and down that they're going to do better, that they appreciate you, that they love you, that they're going to settle back into what they feel most comfortable with, and that's not respecting you as much as they should, not showing up for you as much as they should. Because it's that whole absence makes the heart grow fonder, and then once you come back into their life, they're taking advantage of you again. They're not seeing you for the blessing that you are in their life once again. And so you're at the place where you're learning, okay, this person, they're going to keep acting that way. And I can give them 1,000 different chances. I can give them ultimatum after ultimatum after ultimatum. Say that I'm going to leave, throw a huge fit, have a huge fight, make them move out for a couple of days, just for them to tighten back up, but they are going to loosen back up again, because that is naturally who they are. Mistreating me, pushing my boundaries, not appreciating me, cheating on me or lying to me, or, having substance abuse problems. That's who they are. That is going to be, and no matter how much I might want to circle back, all I'm doing is holding myself back. All I'm doing is keeping myself in discomfort. All I'm doing is crossing my own boundaries. And I'm showing the universe that I don't take myself seriously, that I don't take my own boundaries seriously, that I don't take my own worth seriously, because I keep allowing this person, these things, this whatever, to cross my boundaries, and I keep allowing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. Yeah. And for a lot of you, for some of you, these people or this person, they don't necessarily have the intention to hurt you. They just are who they are. And who they are is going to be a person that's going to end up asking you to compromise. You're always going to end up compromising what you really want to have this person in your life, or to have these people in your life, or to have that family member be as close as you wish you could be. You can keep telling yourself you don't have a choice but to stay at this job, or you can go find the job that's really actually meant for you. Because it's going to keep being this way. It's going to keep being shit. It's going to keep being not what you want. They're going to keep working the hell out of you for pennies. They're going to keep having that sly corporate talk of, yeah. It's this and it's that. And maybe they got you to sign a new contract and you had to stay another 2 years. And once they got you signed into that contract, you were like, wow. Wow, the fine print was that, yeah, I was going to get a $2 raise, but it was going to take me 5 years to get that $2 raise, which is crazy. That's crazy. So, I just think you needed to see this, You weren't ready to see the truth. You weren't ready to really let it sink in, but now you see it. Now you see the truth. Now you see what it really is. Now, if you stay here, you cannot say that you didn't see it. You cannot say that you didn't know. You cannot say that you were blind to it. Because you could have been blind to it in the past. Excuse me. But now, you cannot say that you're blind to it. You see what's happening. You see what they're saying. You see what they're meaning. You see what their intentions are. You see who they are. So if you choose to stay in this, you are choosing to stay in karma. And it will bring karma to you. Because you can't say that you didn't know. You can't say that they were hiding it and that they were lying to you and that they were moving around in secret. Because before, maybe they were. But now, you know. You know that they cheated on you. But you forgave them and let them come back in. And wouldn't you know, they're all in their phone again. Wouldn't you know, they're moving around just like they were before when they were cheating. If you continue to stay with this person, you cannot say that you didn't know that was happening. Right? If you stay with this friend group that's throwing shade at you or mistreating you or just leaving you out of things, you can't say that you didn't know that that's how they were going to treat you. And whatever this treatment is, it's going to continue to get worse. It's going to continue to get worse. And so now is an opportunity for you to say, well, damn, okay, I have to get out of this because I'm not staying in this. I'm not continuing to be treated like this. I am not staying here and being mistreated like this endlessly. I'm not doing that. That's not who I am. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not staying in that situation. No. I refuse. I know that I'm worth more. I know that eventually I'll be able to cultivate those friends and family members around me who really treat me the right way. I know that I'll have that lover or those friends or whoever, who will treat me the right way. I deserve more than to stay in a situation that I know is doing me dirty. So be aware of that. Spirit is telling you right now, if you stay, it's coming for you. Karma is coming for you. The pain is coming for you. You're going to find out that this person was cheating on you again. This boss is going to do something crazy. These friends are going to betray you again. This family member is going to wild out and go crazy at some kind of family function or something like that, or is going to just fucking hurt you. You're going to find out this person's been lying on you or they've been doing something, and I feel like you're still going to find this out even if you move away from this person or from these people or from this job. But I feel like because you're going to move away out of your own volition and you are going to detach yourself from this situation, and you will have process knowing, like, it won't feel like, oh my gosh, this is my family member that's betraying me. Oh my gosh, these are my best friends that are betraying me. Oh my gosh, this is the love of my life that is betraying me. It's going to be like, oh, my cheating, lying ex was still cheating and lying? Okay, yeah. Big surprise. Yeah, whatever. Oh, that job that I knew was toxic. Surprise, turns out that they were being super, super toxic, and they were, I don't know, siphoning, I don't know, something weird, something about retirement, or like finding out that this company was like investing like 401k or retirement money or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know much about that, but something about that where this company is going to announce, sorry, like, we lost all your money, and it's going to be like, well, damn. Well, I quit that job and I cashed out the money that I had, or I transferred my 401k money over, or I transferred mine over to this new job. And because I transferred what I did, they had to give up that money. And then you're going to be sitting there reading in the paper about how that business went under, and that business went belly up, and it just, one day they came in and they were like, yeah, all of y'all are fired. At the end of the day, none of y'all have a job anymore. Bye, sorry. You're going to read about that happening, or you're going to run into somebody that you used to, like an old coworker at that job, and they're going to be like, girl, you'll never, or like, guy, you'll never guess what freaking happened. And you're going to be sitting there like, I bet I can. I bet I can, because G told me what was going to happen. But I think it's still going to be shocking, but you're going to be like, thank God I got out. If it's a friendship group, I feel like you're going to get out of it, and then everything's going to fall apart. They're going to tear each other apart. They're going, you're going to find out, oh, none of them are even friends anymore. It completely fell apart. Turns out they were gossiping. They were cheating. They were doing weird shit. It was super, super toxic, and it just continued to get more toxic, and turns out that you were that guiding light. Turns out you were that positive person that was keeping the group from like dipping totally into toxicity, and when you left, everything just fell apart, and you're just like, well, it's not my burden to bear. And we've been talking about here on the channel about this Ten of Wands energy, where it's like you're relieving yourself of this Ten of Wands, and I think that's what this is. It's not your burden to bear. It's not for you to sacrifice yourself for this family member to keep your relationship. It's not for you to sacrifice yourself for this friend group to keep their relationship in your life. It's not for you to sacrifice yourself for this company that in the end that is going to end up betraying you and not giving a fuck about you, and is going to end up doing you very dirty. It is not for you, to sacrifice yourself for this lover who, at the end of the day, does not appreciate your sacrifice at all. You know, you're bailing this person out. You're showing up for them. You're helping them pay for counseling. You're going to court with them and helping them battle their baby mama and hiring lawyers for them and doing whatever, yada, yada, yada. You're doing all this ish for them, and it's going to be meaningless, because after you do all this shit for them, they're going to be like, hey, actually, I'm going to leave you and go be with somebody else. I've been cheating on you. They might even tell you they've been cheating on you, but they've been with somebody else, and, they just, their pride and their ego is not gonna let them, now that all that ish is off their back, now that they're free, now that, you've helped pay for their defense lawyers, or now that you've helped them, you stood beside them the whole time they were locked up in jail and stayed loyal to them. They came out and they're like, well, I'm a new person now, and honestly, like, I don't even want to be with you anymore. Or, even if it's not that toxic for you guys, I hope none of y'all are doing that stupid. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's just my opinion. But, I don't know what it is. You're standing by this person, you're helping them. They just need help. They just need somebody to stand up for them. They just need somebody to stand by them and show them love. This person does not appreciate it whatsoever. They don't care. They don't care. And their actions, if you will take, as painful as it is, if you will stop and take a look at their actions, them coming home late, them being secretive, them not showing up for you, them not doing little things for you, them, you put yourself out for them all the time, and when you're sick, they won't even warm up some tea for you to help your throat feel better. They won't even go pick up medicine at CVS for you. What? It's that kind of ish. They still expect you to get up and clean and cook, and when you're sick, and it's, for some of y'all, it's reminding me of these like crazy videos that you see where the husband is like acting crazy about the wife that literally just had a baby, and they're like, and the wife is like, can I remind you that I just had a baby like a day or two ago? And the man is sitting there being like, you need to get up, you need to wash dishes, like, you need to clean this house. And the mom is sitting there like, I just gave birth, I have a C-section, like, my stomach is literally like cut open, I can't lift things right now, and I'm already having to take care of the baby all by myself, and then you want me to get up and clean the house because you want to let your friends come over and play video games? It's giving me that energy. You're doing everything, and even the littlest thing is too much for this person. Kick this useless motherfucker to the curb. Yeah. I said what the fuck I said. You're useless. Some of y'all are listening. Some of y'all, this person is in the background. You're useless. Oh, he's mad. I don't give a fuck. What you think he's doing, he's doing. Who the fuck ever Sarah is. Yeah, she's who you think she is. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Stop lying. Stop lying to me. You might could lie to her, but you ain't lying to me. That's crazy. That's crazy. Some of y'all are literally sitting there watching this video, listening to it with headphones on, and this person is literally sitting right there. And they're just looking at you. And yes. It's them. It's that motherfucker I'm talking about. They know, they can feel it. That evil energy inside them can feel it. Can feel you learning the truth. Babes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I promise you. I'm not saying this easily because I have been there. Oh my God, I've been there. I know how hard it is to accept it. I know how hard it is to give your all to something just for that person to tell you that it was absolutely meaningless to them and that you're nothing to them. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy once it ends. It's not. But you will start to feel so much stronger and so much better, and you will have so much more self-love, and you will be so proud of yourself. You will be so proud of yourself once you just face it. Okay? You can do this. You are not alone. Okay? You have some friends, you have some family that will help you, that will support you. I promise you. They have just been waiting for you to say, help. I need it. Please help me get out of this. You know, if you need to dial a 1-800 number, if you need to, you know, go to a women's shelter or go do something, please do it. Okay? There is help. There's people out there that want to help you. Please do what you need to do, okay? I love you so much. You are so much braver and stronger and more beautiful, and you deserve so much more, okay? Whew, that just got really intense right there at the end. I don't know who that was for. There could be literally 1 or 2 people still watching this all the way at the end of this, but like, y'all are here for a reason. Y'all needed to hear that. I appreciate you guys. That's what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and end this because my voice is going away. My throat is hurting so much. But thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. Get the help that you need. Kick this lazy ass motherfucker to the curb. And you will be amazed the glow up that you will have, babes. You will be amazed the glow up that you have, okay? I love you so very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you to your ancestors. You know, specifically your ancestors are here really strongly. But your ancestors, angels, masters, guardians, and guides for guiding you to getting this reading, okay? Thank you to my angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides for helping me deliver this message as well as keeping me safe as I did so. I appreciate you guys so very much. Do the YouTube things. Comment down below if this resonated for you. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me, my contact information is down below. And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Sorry my voice sounded all crazy, but like, hopefully y'all got the messages you needed. You know, I thoroughly believe that. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. Bye!